Guess what, Maddie?
Hey, tell me.
We are live. Look at that wave. That was good. All right.
Nice dips and peaks.
Yep. You don't need all the fancy equipment to get some, oh, it's like, dude, you remember Ace Ventura when he's like, he's explaining the crime scene and the I was Ace Ventura just then. Yeah. All right, I have a little bit of the swag, a little bit of the the drip here. But welcome back to the Fate Splitter podcast,
episode 8. Right?
Episode 8, dude. We're like getting into Star Wars numbers.
Yeah, I've seen none of those. So yeah.
Lucky you,
yeah,
because they only get worse. So, all the Star Wars fans are like gonna massively exodus this podcast, but that's okay. We didn't want you, all right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So number 8, dude.
Yeah.
Number 8. Is there anything special about 8? Let's see. Crazy 8.
Ocho,
OJ. So there's nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
No significance.
Got it. But we're here. We're doing it. We're live. There's something I do want to bring up though. So I've been recently playing with my pedals, okay? And I know we highlighted this one before, but my buddy Bill down in North Carolina, he makes these at home, and we talked about them before, but these are, his company's called Humanoid Pedals. Hopefully that'll focus a little bit. Humanoid Pedals. And if you guys are looking for handmade, like distortion, overdrive, tone distorter, or really he makes some really good like fuzz pedals, go check this guy out. He's on Instagram at Humanoid Pedals, I believe. He does this all by himself. And the thing is, what I like about these is you can tell that they're like made with care and quality. You're not going to get something that's mass produced from like, Boss or some of those pedal producers.
Yeah.
And it's cool to buy something like that's from a small business, right? Yeah. And that also is like you're never going to have not a lot of people are going to have this sound. So if you're looking for a unique tone, go check them out.
That is cool.
Right?
Yeah, it's probably the coolest part about it is this one will be some sort of like deviation from the other ones that he
and he can only hand make so many. So I mean you're getting and also the prices are ridiculously competitive with the other fuzz pedals and stuff on the market. So go check out Humanoid Pedals and my buddy Bill.
Thanks.
All right?
Bill.
Thanks, Bill. Hi, Clef. I remember that from like an old Metallica video or something. But all right, what's been new with you? We talked about the show we went to in the last episode. What's new with you?
We haven't done this since I did the road trip, right?
Nope. You took a road trip.
Went to
Tell me about it.
Pacific Northwest. Yeah, went to Washington. Went to Oregon.
What those crazy liberals doing up in there?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Tell me about it.
It was awesome. Yeah. Long road trip with my girlfriend, the dogs.
Okay.
One of them threw up twice, which was
in the car.
Yeah. And then it was pretty gnarly.
Bro.
One was like I turned around and saw it, and I was dry heaving pretty hard. My girlfriend was laughing.
You were dry heaving?
Yeah.
You don't like it? You don't like? Well,
I don't love vomit, but
it's just like when you said you lost your glasses, and I go, "Where'd you lose them?"
Yeah, exactly. It was one of those deals. So like luckily we were pulling into a gas station, and she cleaned it all out. She's like, "Dude, just walk away, you'll be okay." And I'm like dry heaving, like trying to get the other dog away from it.
Meanwhile, Haley's like, "Will this man ever be able to provide for me?"
Yeah, exactly. And it was exactly. Like I'm being such a bitch over here. But the other dog was like crying like a lot of the trip, and I'm like, "Come on, dude, relax. Like you're fine." And then once that dog threw up on him, I was like, "You can cry now. That's okay."
Whoa.
Yeah, like, that sucks. But she took care of it. But it only happened those 2 times, and then that was on the way up, so they were good. They got used to it. So I think the next time a road trip we'll have them like. Maybe we'll have like a dry run. No pun intended. So we'll like get in the car the day before, drive around a little bit.
Ooh. So how long into the drive were they hurling?
This was the second day that happened.
Okay,
so like
they went a whole day.
Pretty much. He might have thrown up the first and the second day. He threw up like his food right away, and then the second day he was like sick from something. I don't even know if it was just the drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, you don't fault them for it. They're not ready to sit in the car for that long, and it sucks.
Seriously, like you put a dog in a car.
Yeah,
it's like the thing that they're just like their body's like not. gonna get used to no matter
huge
what.
shock to the system. So yeah, we drove from here to like Salt Lake and then up to Bend.
Yeah.
And then
did you check out Bend?
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Oh, that's right.
Bend's awesome.
Bend is something else, man. That is the place.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, man, can I afford to live here in the medium house range is about $750 or so.
You and I would be sharing a double wide with no fucking electricity.
Yep.
That's what we'd be living in.
That's called the American Dream.
Yep. The American Dream.
Then went to a town called Seaside, and then drove all the way up to Forks, and then...
Did you say you were going to go see Astoria?
We went through it.
You went through it.
There's like a bridge there that goes.
Yeah, the
pretty cool.
real tall bridge. It's almost like you feel like you're just when you go on there, you are going to commit suicide because you're just like anybody that drives on this is going to die.
Yeah, you feel like it's going to collapse.
Yeah.
It's so the ships can get under, right? So
I'm assuming.
I think that's why it's a hub.
Couldn't just build a suspension bridge or like a drawbridge.
Yeah. Yeah. So went all the way up to Washington, then came back down through Portland and
nice. So you checked out Portland?
A
little bit.
I've been there a few times too, and this time was a lot better than the two previous.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got some like really good food and really good coffee. It was awesome. So
I mean, everybody hates their lives up there, so they have to drink so much caffeine to like feel good.
Yeah,
and it's good caffeine.
It's good stuff, man. Yeah, some of the best I've had.
There's a reason why there's a Pacific Coast blend. Man.
Yeah,
it's dark and it's just.
I checked out that one shop you mentioned, Starbucks.
You got there.
Yeah,
you made it.
There was.
You were on the list. I told them you were coming.
Yeah.
So you got in VIP. Hopefully, they didn't give you like a hard time.
No, I dropped the channel.
Okay.
Channel, and they knew.
And they knew, right?
Yeah, they were like, okay, yeah. Yeah, why don't you just say so? Yeah, they came right in. So
that's right. They gave you the special beans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that was really surprising too. Yeah,
right.
It didn't taste burnt at all. You know.
Wow. So they gave you the real good stuff.
Not like their coffee always tastes.
Yeah, their coffee is just their coffee fucking sucks.
It's like their cold brew and stuff. I can do it. It doesn't taste like.
They're always like when I go because there's one at the hospital I work at. They're like, hey, you want the X blend and the blah 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 blend? I'm like. Just shit in the cup how you want.
Yeah,
just do it. Just give it. It's have caffeine.
I know it's old. Yeah. I know you haven't cleaned out the grinder. Just put it in there.
Well, that'll be a pour over. Do you want it? And then if I say yes, they'll be like, we're out.
Yeah, we're out of that. It's just really funny because I like really good coffee and I really like trying to find good coffee now. But I'll also drink Waffle House coffee. You know? Like dude. I'm not that much of a snob that I can't have Waffle House coffee. Well, it's like still good, and I know it's going to be like.
You know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's crazy that Starbucks is this like crazy multinational corporation.
And it's different every time. It sucks every time. And it's burnt every time. But I don't know how you can make that in so many different variations.
And that's it. Yeah. The hot coffee is what I don't get. Because I don't know if I've ever talked to anybody that thinks that like their hot coffee is good. It literally smells and tastes so burnt.
Yeah, so burnt.
But I don't get that. It's like, how are there so many people I run into I've never met anyways, like keeping them afloat? Like hot coffee afloat. I don't get it.
I don't know.
But yeah, thanks for the recommendations. I was getting.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you fulfilled that. But speaking of which, your dog story reminds me of a story, dude. Buckle up. Amanda and I are dating, right? And she has this dog, beautiful, cute mutt dog, named Tegan, right? Dog was just like a definitely had a personality. Anyways, I'm like off. I don't have school or something someday. So I'm like, I drop Amanda off at school. I have the dog in the back seat. I'm driving back to her house, and all of a sudden I'm like, dude, it's like, so farted. Yeah. And I'm like looking back, and I don't really see much. And then I'm like, damn, what's going on? Look back, dude. This dog shit all over the back seat, but then has like anxiety for being in a car. Yeah. And just
poor guy
pushes it into the seat everywhere, dude. No. And I mean, I wasn't even close to the house, and we had like 5 minutes to go, and I mean 5 minutes of just pounding it. And I'm talking like,
this is your car?
It's Amanda's car, but
still, you're gonna be in it again.
pick her up later. Hey, your dog shit in your car. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh no.
All in like the webbing of the seats and everything, man.
Oh god!
I had to get a spatula, dude. I remember getting a spatula and scooping it up, dude, until it was spick and span. So would that make you gag?
Yeah, dog shit for sure. Like when I have to pick it up in the backyard, I dry heave every time. And luckily, my girlfriend's like.
Is it one of those like
that.
I think I have a really good impression. Is it one of these?
Yeah, that'll do it. It's not enough that like my mouth, like when you're gonna throw up and your mouth starts watering, like when you drink too much or you like you eat something you shouldn't.
That's a big.
Yeah, it's not that far. He's just like. Yeah, it's just that reaction. You're like, fuck, this is so gross. It smells so like you can taste it. Yeah. And I used to have a really strong stomach. I felt like none of that would bother me. Now I just like I see it. I'm like, oh, here we go. Have you ever seen that guy who his wife has like a really really like weak reflex? So like when he has if he just starts dry heaving, she'll start doing it. Yeah, she won't. I don't know if she'll actually throw up, but she will like, like he'll just like, hey babe, and he'll goes right, and then she does the same thing. But he's always filming it, right? There's like a channel for this.
Yeah,
and it's like now to the point
naturally there's a channel.
Yeah, it's like now to the point where he just like pulls his phone out and starts filming her, and she'll start gagging. Ooh. Like she'll start dry heaving, like the whole like Pavlovian response. She sees it.
She's been conditioned.
Yeah,
positive reinforcement.
Yeah, that makes me laugh so hard. It's like as soon as he gets the phone, he doesn't have to do anything. She starts doing.
Oh my god, you can make a YouTube channel out of anything.
Yeah.
All right. Question time, dude. Because we have questions. People want to know things about us, and they want to know our opinions. Because I feel like all of our viewers feel like we're going to run for office someday, and we're going to really represent what they want. Yep. Don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The answer is large. I wear a size large t-shirt. So
size large
send
t-shirt.
me free clothes, please. I need new ones.
All right. This guy from @Valence Shreds, is the Evertune a happy medium between hardtail and Floyd Rose trims?
A happy medium?
Yes.
What
do you think? How are you gonna take that question?
Okay.
You got to take it. It's been put out into the world.
Tuning stability, I guess, because like typically, Floyd Rose, if you do it right, like they stay in tune. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if people have like huge problems with it, unless they don't set them up right.
Right.
And an Evertune, like that's kind of in the name. I guess, but I mean, there's other bridges out there that I feel like.
That was my kind of, I guess if you look at it.
That is a good question. I see what they're asking.
I think they're asking, I think you can approach this question like a million different ways. And I think they're asking it a specific way. Like if you are someone that are, like if you're someone that's between like, I guess what a hardtail can do and what a Floyd Rose can do. And you're thinking that the Evertune is the middle ground.
Yeah.
Being that like the Evertune is essentially like a hardtail that maintains tuning stability under most conditions.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you look at the construction of it, the back of it, like what you see of the Evertune on the front of the guitar is like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, the back of it is like a whole big
You flip
piece.
that thing
It's
over
great.
and you see the mechanical engineering that goes into the Evertune, you'll be like, oh! Just flip it over and you'll see. Like, what's cool about it is you can really set it up for any tuning. You can set it up for any tuning, which is, the hardtail piece about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, as long as you, change... I don't even know how string gauges work with it, to be honest with you. But then you can also use the adjustments behind it, and the thing is you can
like the micro adjustments too.
Yeah. And there's settings on it to where if like you even bend the string, it stays in the same pitch.
I've seen I've seen that too, where like somebody literally picks it up by the string.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah. So it compensates for amplitude, it compensates for like bending, all that stuff. But then you can tune it how you want, and you can do all your bends and it still stays in tune. Yeah. So it's kind of like a Floyd Rose in that sense, but obviously, you're not going to have the dives,
the expression
of a Floyd
properties of a Floyd Rose,
right?
Which is like, I feel like in your case is a huge reason why you have one. Right?
I feel like it's my opinion that like if you have a Floyd Rose, not if you have one, but I feel like a Floyd Rose can be part of your style.
Yeah.
Right. Some people use it just occasionally for the whammy bar and the tuning stability and everything, but I know a lot of players that the Floyd Rose is a cornerstone of their actual style. which I would say that's me. And you're more of a hardtail guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like have a huge appreciation for like
your 7-string is a Floyd Rose though, right?
It's the
edge on
edge.
it. Is an edge.
Okay. So I mean, but I've blocked that one off. I used to do like a lot more.
That's right.
Cool stuff with it, but I was like, I don't know. I'd probably like unblock it again because I do like a lot of different tunings and stuff.
Sure.
But that was kind of the reason that I did that was because it was so annoying to.
Well, every time you change a tuning too.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I want to learn that song. It's in standard, and I'm like, I have to do so much now to make that happen. So
that's why I keep getting new guitars.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I did. Yeah.
This is an E, so I can't just keep adjusting that.
Yeah,
this is in D. You know, down a step. Well, you know, I don't really want to change that from D to like D sharp. So then I'm going to get a new one.
Yeah,
and so I'm going to get a new one and a new one and a new one. And
then you watch like Jason Richardson or Brandon Ellis play or something. You're like, I really wish I had a whammy bar to do that cool thing. That's that fluttering effect he does, or
so well too.
Anything,
I'm over here like,
yeah. Even just like holding it and playing, I'm like, oh, that's I can't even
tricky,
do that.
man.
Yeah. It just feels so awkward, and they do it for hours, and then
they just feel it lightly in their hand,
and they stand and play and do it. I don't get it.
Standing is a different beast, dude. When you're shredding, standing is like way hard, and you have to practice it, and you have to really know. That's why you see some shredders that have their guitar like all the way up to their neck.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But some people, some players know how to do it just like hanging low.
That's kind of the prog look, is having it up here to make it look like you're in a jazz band.
Or, dude, the look. You know what I'm talking about. Back in the day with these like emo screamo bands where they'd have an SG like up to their neck.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
It would be like this high.
Cool.
And then they like spin it around, and their guitars, they never had guitar locks on it.
The strap
so they
locks,
had, but they had duct tape on it.
Yeah.
And it was a bullshit SG, and they'd flip it around, and you know, what was it? Who was it? Hawthorne Heights. That's a great example, dude. That, or even maybe Haste the Day. Remember Haste the Day?
Of course, I remember both those bands.
Dude, Haste the Day actually kind of ripped, man.
Yeah.
I remember like I was like, you know, the scene crowd come around, and you know, when I heard Haste the Day, I was like, these guys sound a little like metal.
Yeah, dude. A little more edgy than.
Yeah, I think they're still making music.
Yeah, like you listen to Hawthorne Heights, it's like, oh, it's heavier, but like it's safe. It's safe for everybody. Yeah, it's like a safe space.
They went mainstream, huge. I remember in high school, they were like, that was like everybody's girlfriend's favorite band.
Yeah, and I mean, I know like one of their songs. I mean, if I saw them in a show, it would. Be like, it's like Hanson. Like they're gonna play one song that everybody knows.
I think they all had matching haircuts too.
Yeah,
which is kind of funny because half the death metal bands have matching haircuts, just greasy, long black hair. So
yeah, they just like get rid of the shower in their house. So it's not necessary.
Oh, you know, that was a nice thing about the show that we went to. I finally got a nice, fat, sebaceous, like fat dude sweat all over me again.
Sure, yeah.
I haven't had that in years. You know, I left with sweat other than mine.
That is the thing. You get into your car and you like smell your shirt, and you feel like you put someone else's on.
And you're like, this isn't mine.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe it's mine. I have no clue. So I liked that. The
real
feeling.
Price of admission is smelling like someone else, I guess.
I went into the pit too. I you know, my old ass went in there, and
that's dangerous. Like it's dangerous.
I had a little bit of real estate. Not much larger than this table.
Yeah, because like, I mean, for people who don't know how large we are, we're like, I'm 200 pounds ish.
I'm like 185.
Yeah, so like not small guys,
but they're also these like prehistoric orcs that get in there. And they're like,
and they tower over everybody. Yeah,
and like usually you don't fuck around until they get a little pissed off, and then they're just like, they just unleash, dude. They like Hulk smash and go to town.
Yeah, that's literally why I don't mosh anymore, because it's like. That guy punches him in the face, and it's like I really don't want to fight back or anything.
Dude, and you're like, I also have to go to work.
Yeah. Like,
this guy probably doesn't.
Yeah.
Or this guy works at a place where he's, you know, flipping burgers behind the cash.
Yeah, so it's okay to have a black eye.
It's like, oh, it's just a black eye today?
Yeah.
It's just a black eye
Cool.
today? Okay. Yeah. Hopefully his crazy girlfriend doesn't come in.
Parkway Drive came to town here one time.
Okay.
and they played at like the auditorium.
Yeah.
And
At the auditorium. Got it.
yeah,
Mhm.
and also for those who don't know, there's a bunch of military bases around us. So
Tons.
from what I heard, that was actually part of their tour strategy. Was to that tour. I looked at like the entire list, and it was like all the cities were just weird, and I was like, what is it about? And I found out they're all near military bases.
Well, so they definitely did some like audience research.
Yeah, like Five Finger Death Punch kind of thing.
Whoa.
So, and I remember like
Wait, was Five Finger Death Punch with them?
no, it was like after the Burial and some band called Vane and
Huh.
else. Yeah.
Okay.
This is like a cool lineup.
Yeah.
But they were definitely like trying to attract that
Wow.
sort of scene. And I
Interesting.
remember like I just looked at that pit and it was just fight after fight.
Ooh,
It's all
yeah.
these GIs, man. They're like trying
It's
to
like
get
downtown
loaded.
Tejon Street at Blondie's, man.
Yep.
There's always going to be something.
I was like, I want no part of that. And then the last time I've ever been in the pit was at like a Thyarda's Murder show, and some dude punched me square in my face.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he knocked all my teeth out. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I guess that's it. And it wasn't even like, it's chaos in a pit. People are like swinging their arms around.
Yeah.
So if you get hit, like you just get hit. This guy looked at me and like paused and punched me right in the mouth.
So 100% intention.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I guess that's it.
Let's take him out. Let's take him out, dude.
Yep.
All right. Well, speaking of good music, let's we answered a question, right? Yeah, of course we did. Let's take a look at some Riffmeisters, dude. So yeah, like what we like to do with this segment is bring up some hopefully lesser known like shredders and riffers and give them some love, but also just because I mean, dude, there's so many good guitarists out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like I think we've talked about this before. I think it was like on our first episode. Like we live in the social media age, and there are some benefits. We get to see at the tip of our fingertips like a ton of new great guitarists.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time I open up my phone,
Yeah.
there's somebody.
And
before.
we're not constrained to like what the record companies are going to show us. So I think it's our civil duty to show all these fantastic players, right?
Yeah. And sometimes it's like a video, like a person you haven't seen or I haven't seen, so
Yeah.
you get to see our reaction in real time.
Right. Ooh, there we go.
How cool is that?
So this is at Clayton B. King. Looks like he's done a little. Partnership with Neural DSP, which are phenomenal plugins. But let's check him out. Looks like he's playing a 7-string maple neck. Let's check him out. Here we go. Oof.
You know when it sounds like this, it's just gonna drop. Oh yeah.
Dude.
Look at that. Speaking of whammy bar action, huh?
Damn. These plugins, man.
Yeah. Has he listed what he used for his drums too?
No, I don't see that.
Just strictly, that was cool.
Wow. Oh, he's got an iconic guitar. I've seen a couple people play these. They've made them for the players. He may have designed this. Dude, that is a beautiful looking guitar.
It's cool.
I also, dude, there is something about it like an HSS. Like I know HH is probably my favorite, but that bridge H and then the SS,
Yeah.
it just looks clean.
It does look good.
Dude, wow. Dang. Dang.
So he's using that expression pedal?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's cool.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Woo! All right, man. Clayton B. King, fantastic. Using those Neural DSP plugins.
I don't think he did it in that video. I was thinking maybe so at the end there, but I really like when guitarists do like pitch shifts mid song. Northlane does that a bit in some of their songs.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like they're playing in it. It is a different sort of tuning, but it's it changes like the character of the song.
Yeah, it definitely.
Cool.
I mean, is it switching octaves? Is that like? I mean, that's,
I guess that's what it is.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's just something that's built into their board.
Man, yeah. Only if we had the brains to actually comprehend that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's check out another guy. This is going to be at Curtis_Tunks. Curtis Tunks with a fantastic looking,
Ormsby.
I believe Ormsby. Yep. And multi-scale because like that's their thing, right?
That's all of them, right?
Yeah. And Ormsby's got some pretty extreme fans, dude. Some like the fan on their the frets like is like.
Yeah.
I played a 7-string telly from them. I forgot which one it was, but yeah, Ormsby does not fuck around.
I'm always curious, like the functionality when they look like so extreme.
Like if I'm on the first fret, is my hand like this? Yeah, I have to be like, am I playing like this? Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah, you play an E chord.
Here we go. Yeah. This is going to be Curtis Tunks. Whoop. All right, we got a flowy one. That guitar, the finish on that guitar is fantastic.
Cool, I'm a sucker for that kind of riff too. It just like feels like it opens up.
Yeah. This guitar sounds solid.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is. Yeah, that is.
This
so
is like
cool.
This is like a step above Parkway. It's got that Parkway feel
yeah.
to it, you know. Dang. All right.
How dope.
Curtis Tunks, man, killing it.
Big fan.
Does
he have a large following?
Let's see. Let's check him out. So I would say, let's check out Curtis Tunks.
1,300.
Yeah, 1,300. 1,351 followers. So hey, give this guy some love. This dude rips, man. How do you only have that many flat followers,
That's what
dude?
I'm saying.
With this guitar too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's check out one more of his.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, so he does have the Ormsby telly. Here we go. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Not upset that we did this. This is cool.
Dang! With that carbon fiber pick guard.
Oh, this is a Protest the Hero song.
Oh, it is, yeah.
I recognize this. That's cool.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Dang.
Yeah.
Dude, I've just been smiling the whole time. Sounds like the thing's got like some good action.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how you tell, right, when you watch somebody tapping.
Yeah.
At that kind of speed.
All right, nice job, Curtis Tunks. Man, we're gonna make you famous, dude. Maybe you can make us famous too.
Yeah. Send me a t-shirt.
Send me a tee. All right, so those were some good riffers, man. Yeah. Solid. I'm pretty sure you picked all those dudes. So phenomenal fucking job.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm good at what I do here. Yeah.
All right.
Happy to contribute.
So let's check out these dudes. We're gonna check out some shredders. We're gonna check out some salad fingers.
This guy's videos are not typically very long, I don't think.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
That's okay. We can just listen to it 17 times.
Yep. And then he shows you in slow but still fast for me.
All right, let's check it out. Here we go. This is gonna be Guillaume Malatessa. Let's see. Okay, Guillaume Malatessa.
He's verified. So
anyways, we'll put this shit in the video, so don't blame us. All right? But this guy rips. 44,000 followers, it looks like.
Hefty amount.
So he's doing good, but let's check him out. This guy looks like he's just going to Shred. PRS, right?
Yeah. For some reason, I thought we showed this guy before. But I might have just seen his stuff so much.
So this is a really interesting lick because he's got a lot of that
string skipping.
Yeah. But he's also, if you watch his hand, he does some sweeps in there, some sweeps going.
Oh,
up.
right there,
yeah,
like
see?
the descending.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Watch.
Like it's not easy to slow your hand.
No.
Yeah.
The thing is, what's hard about this is that you have to do. Your hand has to transition between tempos, really, almost. Like, you go from this alternate picking, which is like very rhythmic and it's got a pattern. Even if you're going in between each string, right?
Yeah.
You got a rhythmic pattern. You got some syncopation there. But then when you have to switch to like a sweep, you almost have to keep that same rhythm. But it's hard because you have to. It's almost like the sweep has to come from like your elbow because you have to kind of keep that smooth motion to stay in rhythm.
Do you tend to put more pressure on your hand than doing it? Like, or are you trying to like actually be like very like?
I mean,
lackadaisical with it.
I personally think sweeps going from like the high E string up, like to the low E strings. I think descending sweeps are easier. Reason being is, I guess I'm probably better at muting the strings with my left hand because you mute the strings generally when you do an ascending sweep. Yeah. You generally mute the strings with your picking hand.
Yeah,
and I don't think I'm as good as that. So.
Yeah,
if that answers your question.
I know what you're saying. Like, there's certain, like, what you're saying about, like, tempo changes. Like, there's certain songs you try to learn to play, or just certain, like, arpeggiated phrasing you're trying to play, and you're like, how did that person play it like that and hit all the notes? And it's usually because, like, they are just doing it almost super slow. Like, their hand just, like, is moving so in sync with the other hand that it's like you in our eyes, like, oh, it's metal, everything has to be so fast. It's always just chaotic, but it really isn't that. I mean, the best players in the world have such control over that, and
their picking hand talks to their fret hand. Like they're literally talking to each other.
Fretboard fluency.
There we go. That's your thing, dude. I think we should also make some merch. I think on a couple times I've said dude rips. This dude rips.
Yeah.
And we could dude, we should make a hat that just says dude rips.
Dude rips, yeah.
Dude rips shirts. Dude rips.
Yeah.
Dude. How many dudes do I have to I think one time I texted you, dude, we should totally go to the show, dude. Wouldn't that be cool, dude? I'm pretty sure it's what it was.
I'll make coffee mugs and I'll put it on like.
And then Adam will text us and it'll be like, it'll have fuck at the beginning, middle, almost to the end, and then the end.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you use that word more than any other word.
It's like a comma. Yeah,
it's a comma for him. Yeah. You're right. All right, so this last guy, this is the Milky Way. The Milky Way. At the MILKYWAYE. The Milky Way. 11,000 followers. But this guy looks like he's ripping, dude.
Yeah.
Let's check him out. Here we go.
It's actually pretty impressive that he could get that Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
Like that.
He's just been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing this with a beat in the background? Damn. Woo! Look at his picking hand. Just
so
ease. Look at that.
And as is the case for like a lot of the videos I try to find, is I really like when I know that they're playing this live. You know what I mean?
Yep, Natty.
Yeah.
I can't tell what guitar it is.
I thought it was an Ibanez.
It might be an Ibanez, yeah.
Well,
that's the Milky Way. Dude, that was...
He doesn't have a hashtag, does he?
It looks like it almost... I'm pretty sure he's alternate picking it, and then he... when he starts to ascend again, he does a sweep from... he does like an economy pick at the top.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, good job. Let's give him some love, dudes. Milky Way. Yeah. And he's also got... this is a new Hungarian minor picking lick, and he's got a Patreon, okay? So go check out at the Milky Way... his Patreon, okay? And pay him all the money that you have. I don't care if you have a mortgage. Get a second one.
Yeah, then you can play like this.
Yeah. This will make you more money.
Yeah.
Right? But All right, so that was some. Hey, pretty good players,
I
man.
think we found some real virtuosos this round.
I think we did. And like always, guys, send us your features. We've been sent a few. Keep it up, and also send us some questions because the people that send us questions, they get goodies and shout outs and all that stuff too. So questions, and send us your features, whether it's your buddy, your grandma, you. We don't care. Send them. We'll feature them. Okay.
Subscribe to your Patreon.
Yep, that's true. I do have a Patreon. It's the Simple Shred series, which is an alternative to like an expensive guitar course, right? There's a ton of guitar courses out there, and while they're probably great, they are expensive. If you're just looking for some shred, like some simple shred licks, like economy picking, sweep picking, alternate picking, all that stuff, string skipping, go check it out. All of the tabs have videos, and you get access to all the tabs for $3 a month. That's it, right?
Pretty good deal.
Think you could get $3 together?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe if I go beg for some cash on the streets.
I'll quit the Copenhagen, put that down. And then,
so we're budgeting now.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Gross.
But then also, let's give Matt some love. Social media, what is it?
At Matthew Monty.
Perfect. The podcast is at FaceSplitterPod on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I'm at Nik Axe Guitar. But we'd love to hear from you guys. Reach out. And also, if you have any questions about anything other than, like giving us viewer questions, we're here for you. So
yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I think we've done it.
Think we've achieved what we came here to do?
Yeah. I think mission success.
Man. Yeah, put it in the books, right? Okay. Good night and good luck. See you guys.